Yo, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I will be showing you all of the fastest money methods that you should be doing this entire week in GTA 5 Online to be making yourself millions upon millions of dollars as a solo player. That's right, and in total, I will be covering 6 different money methods, all in this one video. That being said, if you go on to enjoy, please don't forget to go down below and drop a like on it for me. But now let's get into the very first money method. Alright, so getting into the first one, we are going to be doing the counterfeit cash sell missions because this week that business is actually paying out double money plus double RP. So to take advantage of this, it's very simple. Of course, you first want to own the actual business itself because once you own it, you want to enter inside, go up to the computer and click right D-pad to sign into it. Once signed in, here you'll see the stock level, which for me is almost all the way full, but my supplies level is all the way empty, which we definitely don't want. We always want that supply level to be full. So to do that, go over to where it says resupply and you'll see 2 different options, the option to buy supplies or steal supplies. Trust me, the only option you ever want to do is buy supplies. Because once we buy these supplies, all we then need to do is wait 5 to 10 minutes to get a full set of supplies delivered to the business just like so. And yeah, that is literally all you are doing with all of the MT business, matter of fact, in GTA 5 Online, basically making sure the supplies level is all the way full constantly. That way the stock can always be rising, and then once the stock is completely full, we can then sell it. But take a look here, this is when my stock completely filled up 100% full. Once it is full, click where it says sell stock and make sure you sell your stock to the farthest location, which for me is Blaine County. This will pay you the most amounts of money, which in this case is $735,000 with this double money and double RP bonus. Once in the sell mission, of course, these sell missions are completely random, but they are easily able to be done as a solo player in an invite-only session, since take a look, we have a total of 45 minutes to complete this entire sell mission. Which in this sell mission, all I had to do was get 3 different trash trucks and deliver them to 5 different drop-offs each, which I know does sound like a lot, but was definitely doable as a solo player. Then once I made my very last delivery, here's how much money you'll get paid if you sold a completely full stock this week inside the counterfeit cash factory. Take a look, $735,000 exactly as it told me. Alright, now getting into the second money method, I will now be showing you how to make $254,000 in only 4 minutes. That's right, really easy money. So if you want to do this, first open up the pause menu, then come over to this exact location at the terminal where this week's HSW time trial is located at. Once over here, call out your fastest HSW vehicle that you own to then drive it on top of the time trial and then click right D-pad. From there, stay still but open up the pause menu and come all the way up here to where the checkpoint is at to simply mark it. Once you've marked it, drop the pause menu, open up the phone, click here where it says job list to then exit out of the time trial just like so. And from here, whenever you are ready, click right D-pad to start the HSW time trial, and luckily this week's HSW time trial is really easy to follow. It is just really long. Since as you see, the part time gives us 4 minutes 15 seconds, which is way longer than normal HSW time trials, but the only thing you need to worry about in this week's HSW time trial is making sure you dodge all of the traffic on the way over there. Also, during the part when you are going in between the canyon, you definitely want to be very careful because if you are going too fast in between that canyon, you could possibly mess up and end up in the river, which trust me, you don't want to happen. But as long as you made it through that entire canyon without any troubles whatsoever, here's how much money you'll get paid once you beat the HSW time trial in time. As I said, $254,000 in just under 4 minutes. Alright, but now getting into the third money method, we're going to be playing all of the hunting pack adversary modes because all of those different versions are paying out, get this, 4 times money plus 4 times RP this entire week. That's right, so to start these, open up the pause menu, go over to where it says online, click jobs, play job, rocks are created, and then adversary mode, and you'll see literally all of the hunting pack game modes will be paying 4 times money plus 4 times RP. So you could start whichever one you want to. In this case, I will be starting the hunting pack get Lamar adversary mode. So the way this game mode works is very simple. There's only 2 different teams, 1 team of runners and 1 team of attackers. On the runners team, there will be 1 person, which is going to be Lamar in the van driving over to the buyer. So that is basically what the runners team has to do. They have to defend Lamar to make sure he gets all the way over to the buyer's destination without having any of the attackers try to ram him and stop him from getting over to that destination. Which I just explained right there what the attackers team has to do. They literally are just trying to stop Lamar's van from getting over to that destination. Cutting straight to it though, here's how much money I got paid once I won the entire match. Take a look, of course, I was the match winner. I got paid a total of $109,000 and also get this 8,100 RP on top, which is pretty good as far as the RP is concerned. So yeah, if you want some money and also some pretty good RP in GTA 5 Online and also want to have a pretty good time, this is definitely a great money method for you to be grinding. And it also involves the fourth money method, because if you were to complete 2 of those adversary modes and actually win them, that will complete the weekly challenge, which is very simple. If you want to see what it is, open up the interaction menu, go down to where it says challenges and weekly challenge, and you'll see it is literally to win 2 hunting pack Get Lamar adversary modes. That's why I said to start the Get Lamar adversary mode, since it is involved with the weekly challenge, and once you win 2 of those game modes, you'll win $100,000 after completing the weekly challenge as a bonus on top. For the 5th money method, I will now be showing you how to make $101,000 in only 1 minute. That's right, really fast money. So if you want to do this, first open up the pause menu, then come over to this exact location at North Chumash, where this week's regular time trial is located at. Once over here, call out your fastest motorcycle that you own to then drive it on top of the time trial and click right D-pad. From there, stay still, but then open up the pause menu, go over here to where the checkpoint is at and simply mark it. Then drop the pause menu, open up the phone, click here where it says jobless and exit out of the time trial just like so. From there, whenever you are ready, click right D-pad to start the time trial, and all you want to do is follow where I'm going across this part of the freeway onto the other side of the dirt road. Once on this dirt trail, you basically want to follow it all the way along this entire part of the middle of the canyon, being as fast as you possibly can, while also being very careful, because if you do go too fast, you could possibly end up in the river, which trust me, you don't want. Then towards the end of the trial, you want to take my shortcut going across this entire part of the mountain, and once over it, you'll see the final destination, which once you beat the time trial in time, here's how much money you'll get paid. As I said, that $101,000 in just over 1 minute, which is very easy money, so make sure you do it by this week. Okay, but finally getting into the 6th and final money method, we are going to be doing the smoke on the water legal work, because this week it's actually paying out, get this, 10 times money and 10 times RP. Yes, you heard that correctly. So to start these legal work missions, all you'll want to do is first of all own the smoke on the water dispensary, then enter inside. Once inside, go up to the computer and click right D-pad. Here you'll see 3 different options. But we only are ever going to be looking at one of the options, which is the weed delivery, since that is the legal work with this business. So whenever you are ready, start up the weed delivery mission and then you'll be put inside of it. These missions are very simple. Literally all you are doing is getting inside of a weed van and then delivering to 5 different drop-offs. You also want to make sure you give the correct strain to each drop-off, because each different location has a different request for different weed strains that they want. Which in this case, this customer wanted the purple sherbet, and once I delivered it, as you'll see, you get paid $5,000 per delivery. Which I know doesn't sound like a lot of money, but these missions are literally so simple. They take under 5 minutes almost all the time, and once you complete all 5 of the deliveries and then leave the area in the van, here's how much money you'll get paid, a total of just over $25,000, which is pretty good money. But that is now going to be the end of today's video. You will officially know all of the fastest money methods you should be doing this entire week in GTA 5 Online to be making yourself lots and lots of money in no time. So like I said at the beginning, if you went on to enjoy my video and you still haven't already, please do me a favor by going down below and dropping a like on it before you click off. And of course, if you aren't, make sure you definitely hit that subscribe button. And with all that being said, until next time, I will see you all in my very next video. Peace.